Arsenal's top 10 most expensive signings. Success, flop, jury's still out. We're going to start off number 10, Mustafi. Signed for 36 million from Valencia 2016.
Flop, all the way flop. I don't even have to think about that one. He's just... I know he's a World Cup winner, but his performances for us, I mean... He was
right place at the right time, though, for that World Cup.
Yeah, maybe. But I just think, like, defensively, shocking. One game that springs to mind is when we played Crystal Palace at the Emirates, and literally the geezer just got, he just got undone. Easy.
Number 9, Alexis Sanchez, 38.3 million from Barcelona.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say, like, he's a success for me. I loved him when he played for us. Obviously, the way that he went about his departure going to Man U, I'm not a fan of that at all, but definitely have to say he's a success. I mean, we won FA Cups. All right, we weren't even near challenging for leagues at the time, but for me, I thought he was a success. He was a very good player.
A year ago, I had have asked you this question. I think you'd have a different answer. Number 8, Granit Xhaka, 40.5 million, 2016.
Well, listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, yeah, I've always loved Granit.
Were you booing him when he walked off the pitch that time?
Hell yeah. Yeah, when he come off and he threw the captain's armband down and the shirt come off, I was just like, you can't play for us again.
Weren't feeling it.
Can't play for us again. However, and largely down to Arteta and the way that the formation that we played, he's actually playing in his role that he would play for Switzerland. And you're actually
a bit more attacking.
Yeah, you're actually seeing the player that I think, we should have had, a long time ago. So I'd have to say a success. I'll be personally, brutally honest. I wasn't a big fan, but, I have to sit there and say, do you know what, I take my licks. He's actually done quite well.
Very interested to hear this one. I think it was a record transfer fee at the time. In 2013, signing Mesut Ozil from Real Madrid. 42 million.
Mesut.
Can I just say, as a non-Arsenal fan, completely on the fence, I'll go success. I think he was the bollocks for you lot. When you lot weren't very good, you weren't same level you are now.
Listen, I'm
No, they weren't, though, were they? Come on, all the Arsenal fans are dying out. I think you were pony for years. I know Chelsea.
Listen, mate, we're still winning trophies in that time, even though we were...
2 FA Cups, come on.
Hell, come on.
No, go on. No, it's fair. Listen, mate, obviously I'm going to be sour now.
No, I mean... I wish it didn't end the way it did. I mean, he was a quality player. I mean, some of the magic moments you can recount. I mean, he was a good player. So I would have to say a success
for that period of time you were in.
Yeah, I just think the fans warmed to him straight away. And in the sort of first 2 or 3 seasons, he was outstanding. And again, involved in FA Cup successes. So I would have to say success.
Number 6. Thomas Partey, 45 million from Atletico Madrid in 2020.
Going this season, I'd have to say success. He's at first you're kind of thinking, did we sign the Thomas Partey off wish? He was injured a lot. He was struggling for a bit of form. But
and a lot of your big signings around that time, when you look at Pepe and whatnot, were being a bit shit. So
But no, I think again you have to allow players adaptability to the league and the pace of the Prem and. I think this season he showed, with a good partner with Granit Xhaka, he's a quality player. And he was a quality player at Atletico as well. So definitely a success for me.
Number 5, halfway up the list, we've got Gabby Jesus, 45 million from Manchester City, 2022. He's only played, best part of 3/4 of a season?
I'd have to say, again, the amount of games he's played, people probably think I'm off Morocco saying he's a success. But he has to be because of the way that he's fully integrated into the team. He's getting goals. And when he's not getting goals, he's still influencing play.
Yeah.
I think he's also got that winning mentality that he's had from his time at Man City. And he just genuinely seems to be in a club that he's happy. So I definitely have to say success. And I think he can only get better.
I'd agree with you on that one. Number 4, 47.7 million from Lyon, 2017, Alexander Lacazette. This is an interesting one, to be fair. Remember, there's no middle option because you can't go jury's still out because he's left the club.
No.
So remembering there's no middle option and I need an answer from you.
Okay.
Can you say success?
When did we sign him again? Said the date?
17, I think.
2017. I'd have to probably say, I mean, obviously he was part of the FA Cup team that beat you lot.
But it was an FA Cup, really.
It's still good, mate. Trust me. When you guys are like on slim pickings, you'll be loving them FA Cups.
Yeah, no. I like an FA Cup, but I'm just saying, like,
listen, I liked him. I didn't love him. I'd probably say for me personally, other Arsenal fans out there might disagree. I think for me personally, I would probably say it's a bit of a flop because he didn't hit the heights I expected him. I expected him to score more goals. He seemed to score most of his goals at home. Didn't really perform away. And I mean, there was some Europa League games where, you know, I think it was against Valencia or someone. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he still spangs it against the crossbar. You know
small margins, though, innit? He went through patches. Sometimes he'd be on fire for a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is what, when you look at the team at the time, when him and Aubameyang played together, there was something about them two where you're thinking, you know, we're playing 4-4-2 and we've got these two up front. Maybe they can, you know, they're a foil for each other, but it just didn't quite work out. And his form was patchy. You could never really rely on him. So I'd have to say a flop.
Number 3, 50 million from Brighton, start of the season, Ben White.
Success for me, straight up. I think I liked him at Brighton. Good player, versatile. I know a lot of people are saying, why is he playing at right back more this season? But even he's come out and said he used to play right back before. So he can slot in at centre back.
Why would people be saying, why is he playing at right back? He's been the bollocks, hasn't he?
Well, the thing is, like, when he was signed, I think at the time when we signed him, he was playing centre back for Brighton. Yeah, right, so he was seen as a centre back signing. But Arteta has actually deployed him more so on the right. So he's been our right back essentially. But even he, as the player, came out himself and said, well, I've always played right back. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's been a success. He's settled into the team. He's good for me. He's one of them, when you see him on the team sheet, you're like, yeah, I'm comfortable.
Number 2, 57 million from Dortmund in 2018. The one and only Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's hard for me to say, wouldn't
it? It's a little bit like you still.
Every day I was in a petrol garage, like in South London.
Bro, proper.
Who would win the fight, you or Aubameyang?
They'll have a look like...
Yeah, trust. It's not even just a barnet, though. It's like, you actually look alike.
Yeah, you should have played on it. Would you want an autograph? Yeah, five of those.
No,
£5
like, people walk by and proper like stop like, oh, no, I thought you were about my head. Do you get that lot? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I get it, bruv. People think I'm Denzel
Filling
Washington.
Filling your tank to a 1 just to prove a point. Yeah, it's me, mate.
Number 2, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
I liked him at the start. Same with Lacazette. All right, we won the FA Cup. He scored the goals and thought, yeah, this is our guy. Once that contract got signed, he just bombed, mate. And I really didn't appreciate the way that he left and how he went about things. And I think Arteta called him out with some of the behaviour.
That was his coming of age moment. I know it was on the documentary, so we heightened it a little bit. Yeah. There's probably loads of shit like that goes on behind the scenes that we don't see, but that was a bit of his coming of age moment, getting rid of Aubameyang. What was it, club captain at the time?
Club captain at the time, yeah.
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 So what, flop?
Flop for me, yeah.
Flop, really?
Yeah, flop. As I say, I was a bit controversial with that because...
Scored some important goals for you,
he scored some important goals, but then also as well, you have to kind of rate it overall. And he started well, so we had 15, 18 months of great, scoring goals at the right time. Sometimes went missing in the big games, all right? And the last big achievement he had was, as I say, the FA Cup against using 220. But after that, once that contract got signed, you could just see a difference in the attitude and he just weren't vibing with the team.
So, unfortunately, I think number 1's going to be another flop unless you have been watching a different team to what I was at the time.
For it. I think
number 1... 72 million. Who sanctioned that? Edu? Let me give a bit of context. Sorry, I'm flopping on this. 72 million. Nicolas Pepe from Leo in 2019.
Yeah. I think at the time, this is when we had
72 million.
Unai Emery. So he wanted Wilfried Zaha. But
fuck me, should have gone for Zaha, mate. Zaha would have been happy for you,
and I forget the names. Obviously Edu's part of all that sort of backroom team and all that and whatnot. So I guess he has to shoulder some of that responsibility. But for me, Pepe, massive flop. Glad we got, he's on loan at the moment. We just need to kite him off. He's another one. Just get rid. Just not good enough for me. Just not consistent at all.
Success or
Flop, man. Flop.
Also,
Hard.
I didn't think he still was. I didn't think he was still at Arsenal.
Yeah, he's still there. But we can't give him away, mate. Can't give him away. They want a fee, but like, you know,